You know that feeling of real vitality? That deep down energy that just radiates from you? Where does that actually come from? Well, today, we're going to dive in and find out. And the answer, it turns out, starts at a level you can't even see, deep inside your cells. It's so easy to think of vitality as just, what we see in the mirror. Glowing skin, bright eyes, but that's just the surface. True vitality is an inside job. It's actually the grand total of all the energy being produced inside trillions of your cells right this very second. So to really get a handle on what makes us feel vital, we kind of have to look at the flip side. We have to understand how we age, but not from the outside in. We're going from the inside out. To really appreciate the scale of what we're talking about, just look at this number, 60 trillion. It's almost impossible to wrap your head around, right? Well, that's the high-end estimate for how many cells are working together to make you, you. Every single one is a tiny living engine. And the health of the entire system, it all depends on how well these little parts are running. This is so important. It means all those things we notice as we get older, maybe our skin doesn't have the same balance, or it feels like our metabolism hit the brakes, they aren't just random. Our sources show they're actually signals from deep within telling us that things are changing inside those trillions of cells. Okay, so if the problem starts in the cell, then the solution must be in the cell too. And it turns out there's a hero in this story, a single, absolutely critical molecule that keeps our cells vibrant and full of energy. Let's meet it. It's called NAD+, and it is fundamental to life as we know it. The best way to think of it is as your cell's fuel regulator. It's what's called a cofactor, which is just a fancy way of saying it's a helper molecule that's needed for hundreds of vital processes, everything from creating energy to literally repairing your DNA. Put simply, without enough NAD+, the cellular engine just sputters and stalls. And here's the catch. This is the big one. As this quote from Science Daily points out, our natural levels of this molecule drop as we get older. And it's not a small thing. This decline is directly linked to so many of the things we associate with aging. This is a huge piece of the puzzle. So how does this amazing molecule actually work? I mean, what is it doing inside our cells that makes it so indispensable? Well, let's zoom in, way in, and take a look inside the cell's power plant. And here we are, the mitochondria. You might remember these guys from biology class as the powerhouses of the cell. And yeah, that's not just a cute nickname. This is literally where the fuel from the food you eat gets converted into pure, usable energy. So how is this energy actually made? It's a beautiful three-step dance. First, a molecule called NADH, which is basically NAD+ carrying a high-energy electron, drops off its package. Second, that energy powers a tiny proton pump. And third, as those protons rush back through a special gate, boom! That flow creates something called ATP. And ATP is the universal energy currency your body spends on, well, everything. And this isn't just some abstract science experiment. The energy being created in this tiny process, right now, is what's powering your heart to beat, your lungs to breathe, and your brain to even understand what I'm saying. It is the physical basis of being alive. Okay, so the logic seems pretty simple, doesn't it? NAD+ goes down as we age, and we need it for energy. So why not just take more of it? Well, as it turns out, there is a major challenge. This is the exact question that science has been trying to crack for years. If this molecule is so critical, can't we just pop it in a pill? And the answer, for a long time, has been a frustrating no. Here's the heart of the problem. Your digestive system is an expert at breaking things down. Studies on bioavailability show that when you swallow NAD+ directly, your small intestine basically just shreds it before it has any chance of getting to your cells. The goal is to get it there intact, but your own body gets in the way. It's like trying to mail a letter without an envelope. But a big challenge like this is what really drives innovation. Scientists had to figure out a way to sneak this precious cargo past the body's defenses. And the solution they came up with is seriously clever. The strategy is called microencapsulation. Now, the name sounds complicated, but the idea is brilliant. You create a tiny, microscopic shield around the molecule. Think of it like an armored car, specifically designed to withstand the tough journey through the digestive system. And you can see that idea perfectly visualized here. On the left, that's the scientific concept, this perfect little protective sphere guarding what's inside. And on the right, you can see how that science is actually being applied in the real world. This is how you bridge the gap from a cool idea in a lab to a real strategy you can use. So really, the entire goal of this high-tech delivery system is to solve that one big problem we talked about. It's all designed to make sure that the energy-carrying molecule, NADH, completes its trip and actually arrives at your cells, ready to fuel those little power plants. Which leaves us with a pretty incredible thought, right? We started out talking about vitality as something we see and feel on the surface, but we've traveled all the way down into the microscopic engines that power our lives. And as science gets better and better at supporting our health at this fundamental cellular level, it really makes you wonder, what will your vitality look and feel like in the years to come?